Okay, so this is problem 7.4.45, and they ask us to determine whether the graphs of each of these lines are parallel. Okay, so they give us 3x plus 2 equals y, and 2y equals the 6x minus 9. So in order to determine if lines are parallel, we have to take a look at their slopes, and that's because parallel lines will always have the same slope. And so what we want to do is we want to take each of these equations and put them in slope-intercept form, which is our y equals mx plus b form, so that we can identify what the slope is. Okay, so the first equation here, you'll notice, is already in slope-intercept form, but I'm going to rewrite it with the y on the left-hand side because that's how we're used to seeing it. And then the slope here you can identify as the coefficient of x, which is 3. So our slope here is 3. For the second equation, what we want to do is solve the equation for y. And since we have a coefficient of a 2 on the y, we would want to divide by 2 to get the coefficient to be a 1. Okay, so then we can say y is equal to 3x and then minus 9 halves. Okay, so here the slope is also 3. Now, I should also point out that we should point out their y-intercepts here, because the slope is 3 here and the y-intercept is 2. So that's the point 0, 2, and then over here y-intercept is negative 9 halves, which is the point 0 and negative 4.5. Now the reason that I'm pointing that out is because if we have the same slopes, that tells us, actually what tells us that we have parallel lines is that we have the same slopes and then we have different y-intercepts. If we actually have the same y-intercept then and also the same slope, then we're talking about the same exact line, and in that instance they aren't technically considered to be parallel, they're just considered to be the same line, so they're called coinciding lines. Okay, so what you have to identify to determine if something is parallel is you have to be able to show that they have the same slope, which these do have the same slope, and they also need to have different y-intercepts. So here we have 0, 2, and here 0, negative 4.5. So these two lines fit the criteria to be parallel, so the answer here would be yes, that they are parallel.